Now you just brought something up, which is really the next topic that I found myself really passionate about lately, because I do a fair amount of I do a couple of things. One, I try and fix teams, but then I also do a fair amount of sales training and sales coaching,
Mhm.
and I constantly turn this over in my head. So I have my own opinion, but I'm going to ask you first. Does sales training actually work, David?
Yes, with a big asterisk.
Yeah, mine too. So what's that asterisk to say?
Well, I think uh, I spent some time doing a lot of individual coaching with not directed at organizations, but just I reached out to individuals and started doing a lot of coaching with them, and it was fun because these were the kind of people that actually pull their own credit card out of their pocket and you know pay for it themselves. These were really the go-getters, and it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Mm.
Um, but what I noticed was that there was a lot of a lot of times we would wind up talking about I would wind up talking about similar things with many different coaching clients because there are some similar issues that many people have, and you kind of have to break apart the learning process into concepts and into applying it to a person's situation. And I think training, whether it's live or whether it's a book or whether it's a workshop that's live, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of a one to many kind of a thing. That's a great medium for conveying concepts. It felt bad to me that people were spending their money on time coaching with me to go over concepts that I was repeating again and again. I'm like, why don't I just write this down or make a narrated slide deck or something and send it to you? And then they could look at it and then we could get on a call and talk about how it fit for them. And that's kind of the way I think about the balance between coaching and training. And of course, many trainings have elements of both. There'll be a training that has a period of let's talk about a concept and then let's workshop it or let's role play it or something like that. But I think training is important because there are some concepts that need to be learned and understood as a basis for then applying it, personalizing it, bringing it into focus for your specific situation. So they're two different tools with two different purposes. I think sales training alone, if someone thinks they're going to fix their sales problems by once a year getting all their people into a room and having somebody stand at the front of it and talk to them, that's a bad use of that tool. But as a tool, it can be very effective if it's deployed properly. It's kind of like that those old Saturday morning cartoon commercials. It's an important part of this complete breakfast, but it's not the only part.
Nice. That's a nice analogy.